We've been asking, we've been begging, we've been pleading with Sideshow Collectibles to make more Batman villains. What are the ones that you want made the most? That's up next. Hello everyone, it's Chris the BSC and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles, your one-stop channel for all things high-end collectibles. Now, I hope you're all doing fantastic today, and I wanted to do another statue chat today. This one I actually posed in our YouTube group. I've been putting a lot of polls in our community tab, and if you haven't ever visited, you can check out the community tab down below. I give you previews of things coming up. I also do polls and other things, and like I said, I've been doing a bunch of these polls lately, and you guys have really come out in full force to do these polls, and I am so incredibly impressed. And one question, I'm going to read it off my laptop here. I said, what villain statue would you most like Sideshow to make? Okay, now if you follow this channel at all, you know that I have been pleading, a lot of us actually have been pleading for characters that no one ever seems to make. And yes, we get our Poison Ivies, yes, we get our Harley Quinns and our Jokers, over and over and over again, but we really like new characters, and we did get Scarecrow and we got Mr. Freeze this past year. It was a dream come true, but we want more. We are thirsty for these characters, and so again, we made this poll. We had over 1,300 of you vote, which was absolutely incredible, and that was over a 24-hour period. So 1,300 of you, thank you guys so very much for voting. So we're going to do percentages. These are the top 5. Now, YouTube only lets me put 5 things in a poll. I wish you could do like 10. So these were just some characters that I've heard the community talk about. And I really wanted to do kind of like this countdown. So I thought maybe you guys would be interested. And maybe Sideshow Collectibles, if you're watching, maybe you'll be influenced by some of these picks, okay? So some of these I was a little bit surprised by. But these are just the characters that I put it out there. I know there are other characters, but this was just kind of a fun little poll we did, okay? So we're going to start at 14%. 14% was number 5, and that is the Penguin. I am very excited about a Penguin. I know maybe not everybody loves a Penguin. I was actually thought Penguin would be a little bit higher on this poll, but right now he's at 14% of 1,300 people. So I think of Penguin, I think of classic. I think of 1960s and 70s. I think of this little Birdman. Now, Prime One Studio is going to be making a Penguin in 1/3 scale, which is fantastic. I will own that piece. But I really want Sideshow to make this piece. I really want a Penguin. And maybe even a specific look. I'm going to put a picture right here of maybe one that would be easy to do. And I think it would be very popular. I think, again, if you're giving the community something that they haven't seen before, I think people are going to want it. And it seems like all of the Sideshow villains, at least in the Batman villains, have done very well. They've sold out. They've sold out. So I think a Penguin would be amazing. Okay, so again, number 5, 14%. Let's move on to number 4, 15%. So not much, and it's ManBat. Now, ManBat, you might not think of him as being like the most popular character, but you know, Sideshow did their Nightmare series where Batman kind of looked like ManBat, and that one was really unique and different. I think it could be very neat if you did a ManBat with maybe his wings gripped around the top of a building. That could be really cool. Very, very creepy. And again, ManBat is just a character that's not done very much. You know, Diamond selected one from the animated series, but I just don't know if there's been very many other ones out there. And so I would really like to see a 1/4 scale ManBat. Is a ManBat in 1/3 scale too big? Probably, to be honest. So I don't think we're ever going to see a ManBat in 1/3. But a 1/4 scale, maybe a 6 scale even, that would be really, really cool to see something like that from Sideshow or Tweeterhead, XM, anybody. It would be really, really cool to be able to see that. But again, 4th place, 15%, not great numbers, but again, I'm just glad that he's on there and that people at least voted for him, because that shows that at least some people want him, right? All right, so let's go now to 3rd place. 3rd place is one, it's one that I really want, okay? And it is Clayface. It is Clayface in 1/4 scale. I think you could do a lot of amazing things with Clayface. I know it's been said before by some people in the industry, like, who's going to want a polystone ball of clay? Me and a lot of people. If you do it right. Clayface is very popular in like the Harley Quinn animated series, the old Batman the animated series. He just had such a cool look. He could transform into different things. He can have different weapons, different swap outs. It would just be fun, and it's something different. You could call it a maquette sideshow and charge more money if you wanted to. You absolutely could do that. But you know, when I look at my case here, having a big hulking Bane is awesome. But having a big Solomon Grundy or, like, you know, a Clayface, I think would be amazing. He is definitely at the top of my personal list. So anyway, I would absolutely love a Clayface. 19%, we'll see. Coming in at number 2 then. Number 2, with 24% of the vote, is the Riddler. Can you guys believe that there hasn't been a Riddler? I mean, seriously, like, I am still just absolutely dumbfounded that there has not been a Riddler. I think I would like a Jim Lee Hush Riddler. I think that would, with the bowler hat. I don't really like some of the newer, you know, like the question marks etched into his head. Like, that's just not my Riddler. I don't really like that Riddler, that look. And maybe that's the problem, is maybe companies are having trouble. But, like, no one literally has done him at all. Like, why? Why have they not done a Riddler? Is it a DC problem? Is it a licensing problem? Or they just not have any faith in the character? But it's crazy that no one has done him, right? Yeah. Second place, 24%. Again, 1,300 votes. The fans want him, guys. The fans want him, Sideshow. Okay? Would I buy a Riddler for this case? Day one. Would I buy any new villain? Yep, I would. Absolutely. And we have had a new villain. They did the Batman Who Laughs. That's on pre-order right now. That's the recording of this. That's going in the case. Have to get a bigger case. So that leaves us then at number 1. And I was actually kind of surprised by this, number 1. This had 28%. 28% of the vote, very strong. Twoface. Twoface. I've seen a Twoface from Diamond Select. I have a Twoface from Prime 1 Studio. 3rd scale from Arkham. Twoface is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I remember talking with people, art directors at Sideshow, that said, we try to focus on these monster characters. Twoface is a freaking monster. He's a gangster. He's awesome. He's got guns. He's got weapons. Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe they can't do guns anymore with DC. I don't know. I don't know. So, like, what weapon do you give him? Just give him a freaking coin. Just give him a coin in his hand. And a grotesque, amazing monster face. Come on. Twoface. Come on. He's a no-brainer character. He's awesome. He's been in everything. Movies. He's been in video games. People know Twoface. 28% of the vote at number 1. Okay? So those are all ones that people really, I think, would gravitate to. Especially those big main villains. If we're talking about my personal views here, because I couldn't vote in that poll. But again, thank you to the over 1,300 people that voted for that. Top of my list, Penguin. Twoface. Ra's al Ghul, man, I really want him. I really want him with the pit. I mean, that would just be amazing. Even him coming out of the pit would be cool. Or maybe like a diorama with him and Talia behind him. Whew, that would be amazing, right? Okay. Those are the main ones. Clayface, that's in my top 5. Who else? I don't know, just all of those amazing characters that are so iconic. Punchline. Punchline would be cool. That have stood the test of time in the hearts and minds of fans and collectors. There's got to be a reason why we're not seeing these. Maybe they don't feel like they'll sell. Maybe they can't sell them for whatever reason. Maybe DC, Warner Brothers, whoever doesn't want them sold. But there is demand out there. So have faith, Sideshow Collectibles, if you're watching. Have faith in us collectors that really want to do these. You know, maybe have a limited run, whatever. I know there's logistics behind all of that as well. But these are just some of the people, some of the fans that are voting. in a one-day poll on my Batman Statue Collector channel. We would really like to see these characters, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we will see them at the Comic-Cons this summer. I want to know, which ones do you want most? Are there any on this list that you feel like is number one? Do you have your pick that's not on this list of a character, a Batman villain, that you really, really want? I really want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. I cannot wait to read what you guys write. And again, just thank you guys for hanging out with me today for this statue chat. I just kind of wanted to share this poll with you and just, talk, me and you, one-on-one. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. Click that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Hit that join button down below for early access to our videos. And just, again, thank you guys so very much for taking time out of your day to watch today. Love you guys. You're amazing. And I'll see you right here in the Batcave. Fingers crossed for more villains! Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.